Hello folks, Brandon here. Today's a decent day. Got the baby girl. It's kind of cloudy. A little bit cool, not too bad though. It is from my dad though, with him being like 62 and having different stuff wrong. I had to help him stoke a fire he had already built. Sadly though, I could not build a fire inside my house yet because my mom has not allowed that lady to come here and clean up. And my mom is the YouTube username account over this channel, by the way. Because our fireplace is blocked. Let me get a light here. But all this stuff she has put in front of it since last year. There's the couch. And there it always, and there's the fireplace right where I'm shining at. I got the reflectance off of it right there. So all this junk is in the way in my house. And that's why I could not build a fire last year that I took all the time in preparation to chop all the wood for. With my Gransfors Brooks large splitting axe named Kylie. That's my name, my axe. My axe is named Kylie. You will respect Kylie. Okay, anyway. Besides me just messing around and looking silly on camera and people thinking like him saying, "You will respect Kylie." What type of stupid idiot is that? And camera, please do not fall, because there's my mom's camera recording equipment. Okay. I have shown us a few times inside videos for YouTube and back when it used to be on Facebook. Although I've now, not too far long ago, deactivated my account. This right here is the Cold Steel Sjambok, spelled S-J-A-M-B-O-K, okay? Except for the last two ones. That's just me saying okay. For anybody that possibly got the pun in that, or might thought it wasn't a pun and thought it was real. So, basically, it's a whip. Now, I don't usually name the specialty items from Cold Steel, but I thought myself, this one right here deserves a name. I mean, it just deserves a name. So, I've named this one right here Jasmine. Okay? My walkabout walking stick featured in ones I named Tamika, from an actual Australian gal that came out here among our neighbors. I was working with them doing horse stuff. They was working doing ranch stuff. Excuse me, not say horse stuff. That might be offensive. So, yeah. It is pretty tall. That's how high it comes to me. It's almost about pretty much up to underneath my stomach and my waistline. It's a little bit lower, not by much. And this is taller than my walking stick, actually. And it's pretty stout and more tough right here. And then around right there, you start seeing the flexibility of the more bendable end that actually is the whipping part. That's able to. That's just a wrist snap. And that's just how quick it is. Because of that flexibility. Okay? This is a shorter version one. Okay? I bought the shorter version one. I found if I can grip it right here, instead of like right there, and have it right beside my leg, I can walk with it before it got the crooks in the end right there. And I can make people think, oh, he's just walking with a very thin looking cane. And if somebody tried to mug me, I can easily flip it around. Now some people had thought, well, if they get too close to you, this is ineffective. No, not really. You still have this end right here, like a bat, for close angles, especially if you work on your wrist motions, as well as that right there. I usually like to hold it either in the middle or right there. So if somebody comes close, I can come up and hit them. I can jab it into this right here. Even though it's pretty thick, it's not 100% blunt, because it's not all the way just straight out flat. It kind of has at the top of this right here. And before I continue on, anybody that has their minds and you know wire, get them out of it, okay? it kind of almost has a like more triangular shape instead of rounded, because it's kind of got like an oval shape which is in between. Now if they had made this a little bit more triangular, if not diamond styled, that'd be more effective if somebody came close and putting that, and that right there going in, just how thick it is. And once man, just gonna hurt. I've not really done much of using this end and swinging it that way too much, because I don't see it as effective. Alright? This one right here you can also use when you first get it's a lot more straight and ain't got all them crooks in it. Okay? You can use it for practicing two-handed swordsmanship a little bit. And I can't do real twirls exactly that great with two-handed sword. With two-handed swords like the medieval swords. So yeah. This right here is a whip, okay? I've named it Jasmine. This right here also I call the dummies weapon. This is going to be the most easiest thing you ever buy. Yes, you probably could cut this a little bit shorter, but I wish Colt still made a shorter version of this. I wish that the more sturdier part ended about like right there, and the whip itself ended about like right there, and had a little more flexibility, okay? Because, yes, this will be also, they have videos on this for different stuff, how you can use it, you know, wrap around people's legs, pull them down. That's all that more choreographed crap. But this can help defend you against a knife attack if you're quick enough to hit somebody's hand before you reach for a firearm, maybe. I mean, this thing is just going to hurt. Now, if they made the end less blunt when they made it taper and made it more kind of a quadruple, that means 4, sided, like with ridges going out, then not only, but then again, it would not probably be a non-lethal weapon that probably would possibly cut you if hit hard enough. Not saying you couldn't put some lashings on somebody with this. And I'm pretty sure if you use one of these ends hard enough in certain spots there, it might cause possible blood hemorrhaging damage. I do not know. I'm just thinking, questioning the possibilities just by looking at this and thinking of the amount of impact force and tensile strength in possible areas of the body that are more weaker than others from studying physiology and stuff like that of the human body for different reasons, mostly learning what's most likely going to end up hurting because of water, what's more likely to end up need to be more treated or cured in case I get sick. But yeah. And a lot of times I oversimplify this. I'm talking too long in these videos. Like this one right here. But yeah, so this right here is still a decent tool. And it is my favorite one. I just wish it was a little bit shorter sometimes. But I also like that it's long. The first one I've ever got. And this is short, but I also come inside the color brown, by the way. Don't go too far, fella. Don't you go too far, Fluff Fluff. There's that big old mean goat. I'm a little bit scared of him because he's kind of relentless. He doesn't just want to fight, he wants to keep on fighting. Even if you do start beating his butt somewhat. But anyway, so yeah. I mean, you can see it pretty decent. I like wearing the white shirts a lot, especially these, the Hanes X-Temp. I can feel the most comfortable and sweat the least, and plus, if I'm handling tools that are this dark on camera, you can see it better, okay? Especially with my usually average day carpenter style Wrangler jeans. The only thing that's going to blend in a little bit is with my jacket, just a little bit. So yeah, there's me doing some more twirls with this. This one's easier to twirl because more of the weight's towards me, and because it's so long and got that flexibility, it's able to kind of move past me better in something straight. But also if I go too far over, it can come close back to me. I mean, not the main whip parts hit me, which is hurting way more than feeling that right there, by the way. I mean, that would not feel good at all. This definitely if you hit somebody. What the heck? Where all them buzzards come from? You see them? I just noticed a quick little shadow. I noticed all of them. Y'all son of a guns touch my dog, y'all gonna get whipped. I'm serious too. I will run out there and I will seriously just swing as hard as I can at them. Anyway, besides that little distraction. So yeah. You know, this right here, there's some. That right there, just a little flick of the wrist right there, already makes that bend about right there almost. You know, you got ways you can angle up. And because this is so flexible, I can stand over here and not fully have to swing to hit somebody over there or there. I ain't got to fully do much more in a wrist motion, really. Especially if I got two hands on it. But with two hands, I'm not as movable with it. You know, there's always the reverse grip. You know, that's all I'm doing is just a wrist motion. That's it. You know. And when I'm carrying this around the block at night, when I'm walking, I usually just slip it underneath my belt loop. And that's how I carry it. Either that or I put it on the back belt loop. And I will then be carrying it like that. Tilt it down to one side. Okay. Sometimes I will stick it inside my belt though, which I do not have my belt at the moment. And I will have it angled up kind of like that. Almost like a sword or bladed weapon in general to draw it out. Because it's so flexible, you can bend it to where it comes out and already whips out that way. And that's some stuff that I love about this tool right here. And just a quick little demonstration. And hopefully y'all can see me decently because it's kind of dark today. It's not really the world's best lighting. Come on, baby, stand up. You know, my everyday target board with knives and different stuff right here that I practice with, you know. I think stand to the side. I mean, I'm knocking a few pieces of wood off. That's why this thing is so scratched up. It's so bent and warped. Let me give y'all a little bit of close up here. That's why it has all those. But this is still reliant material for stuff like that. Because it's made out of that really super hard plastic. So yeah. And buzzers are gone good. So you can look this up on the Cold Steel website called Lynn Thompson Special Projects Cold Steel in general. Although they do not ship this to everywhere if I'm not mistaken. And if you're one of them crazy people planning to use this just for bad, don't buy it. And don't mess with other people that plan to use it for good, because, you know, that's probably self-explanatory. Because everybody has the right to defend themselves. That doesn't mean attack somebody, but just keep them away from themselves. The attacker that's trying to hurt them. So, as long as you don't want to abuse the power that comes with this thing, based off African heritage of people taking old rhino skin and laying it out and stretching and turning into this and using it for different stuff, including for rights. I think that's what Lynn Thompson said. So if the history got messed up because of what he said, hey, blame him, not me. So alright folks, Brandon out. I'll see y'all folks around.